Hey, what's up guys? Matt here coming to you from Laidlaw Harley-Davidson. So today we're going to be talking about the 2024 model year Softail Heritage. Now the Heritage is one of those bikes that I feel like has become a staple in Harley-Davidson's lineup. It's a bike that they've continually produced now for a while. First came out in 1988 if I'm not mistaken, and I think it's been continuously produced all the way up until the 24 model year. And so it's one of those bikes that you can kind of expect Harley-Davidson to produce year after year. However, like most models, they do make changes here and then. Probably the biggest, most significant change that's come about on the Softail Heritage in recent years is in the 2018 model year when they completely redesigned the Softail chassis. And that was a huge upgrade, by the way, guys. If you're kind of looking for a pre-owned Heritage and you're shopping the different model years, the difference between a 17 and an 18 is basically a completely different bike in terms of just the bones, the engine and everything. That's when they went to the Milwaukee 8 engine as well. So this chassis is very, very good. If you guys are new to the Harley-Davidson world, this, in my opinion, has been Harley-Davidson's best frame. Everything from the monoshock that they're using now, just to the hard-mounted engine that does have counterbalancers in there, extra counterbalancer when compared to the touring chassis. The brakes are good, everything is just really tight and everything is just really high quality and feels very heavy duty, which is what most people expect from a Harley-Davidson. So we now have the 114 cubic inch engine on the Heritage, which it's been that way now since about the 2019 model year. In 18 you can get a 107 or 114 in this bike. Now it's just a 114 in all the Softail Heritage. So the Heritage in my eyes is very much a style play. You're buying a very classic looking motorcycle. It's such a big play and it's such a cool iconic style that Harley-Davidson made their Icon motorcycle this year on this model or this platform. The Icon model this year is the Hydra Glide, which is modeled after the 1956 Hydra Glide. And so that's basically what you're buying in the Icon this year is a Softail Heritage with all the little changes in bags and controls and dash and paint and all that stuff. And so it's a very Harley-Davidson-esque looking motorcycle. Now, for the longest time, the Heritage has kind of been that bike that you purchase if you're looking for a mid-weight or mid-size cruiser in the Harley-Davidson lineup. Maybe you don't want to go to a full bagger, maybe you don't want to go to the full touring chassis bike, you want something about 100 pounds lighter, but you still want touring capability. This was the bike that, for a long time, didn't really have any rivals within the Softail lineup or the Dyna lineup. Now, however, with Harley-Davidson's introduction of the Lowrider ST in the 22 model year, people kind of have a choice between two different touring capable bikes from the factory. To kind of decide between those two bikes, there's a lot of little things, but I think the big thing is just kind of what style you're going for. Are you going for a very classic vintage look, in which case this would definitely be the obvious choice? Or are you looking for a little bit more modern take on what was classically known as Harley-Davidson's FXRT Sport Glide? A lot of it comes down to style preference, but I think a lot of it too comes down to functionality. You have a windshield on this bike as opposed to the hard fairing on the Lowrider ST. This can come on and off, and what that does is it allows you to do a lot of customization things. Perfect example here is this Softail Heritage we have here. This is a 24 model year, and a lot of our customers around here, we're here located in East LA, which has a very strong influence in the Harley-Davidson scene with the Chicano look, the Latinos, and a lot of this low rider, white wall, high ape hanger bar, spoke wheels type of a look, fishtails. This is kind of a bike that we have that's a pre-owned bike that kind of has this style that I'm talking about. You know, a lot of people refer to it as the Vicla style or the Chicano style. This bike here has that style basically to the max. And this is a deluxe. We used to sell a lot of deluxes. It's basically a Heritage without the bags and without the windshield, a little bit more trimmed down version of the Heritage. However, Harley-Davidson did away with the Softail Deluxe. I want to say the 2020 model year was the first year without it. And so what we've kind of done a lot of around here is we've taken the Heritage, stripped the bags off, stripped the windshield off, two things that are very easy to do, and kind of duplicated what was once known as the Softail Deluxe. There's a lot of different directions you can go with the Heritage that you can't really go with on the Lowrider ST, and it's more of like a classic play for a mid-sized cruiser that from the factory is touring capable. You know, you can always put the bags back on here if you decide to take a road trip. You can always put the windshield back on here. The Heritage does have the taller version of the rear shock when compared to like a Street Bob or something like that. So of the two Softail rear shock choices that come from the factory, this does have the taller one, similar to the Lowrider ST. One more element to give this more of a touring capable feel. So the Heritage does come with passenger accommodations from the factory. You have a pretty nice, relatively speaking, pretty nice passenger seat on here with passenger pegs. That's one thing that you don't get with the Lowrider ST. So if you're looking to ride with a passenger, and you can always add the sissy bar on here, the passenger backrest. This, much like the Lowrider ST, does come with cruise control as well. You have the passing lamps on here, which I think is a dual benefit. You have more lighting up here, you know, more illumination for those dark roads, those late nights getting into town. And it also has a really cool classic style. You know, these auxiliary lights with all the extra chrome and everything it adds, I think is a really cool classic element that a lot of people go for in this bike as well, which is one more plus and one less thing you got to do to a bike like this if someone wants kind of that Vicla style. So at the end of the day, the Heritage, although I feel like it's one of those things that it's a bike that ebbs and flows in popularity, I feel like it's gotten a little less popular now that the Lowrider ST has come out, because so many people have gravitated towards that bike just because it's very much in style right now. It's kind of the new cool thing, and the Heritage has been around for a long time. But I think that there's a lot that can be done with the Heritage, and if you're a guy that likes a classic Harley-Davidson, which there's a lot of people out there, and a lot of people buy Harleys because of the look, then the Heritage is probably a better bet than the Lowrider ST. We're gonna take Kelly out right now, and she's gonna do a test ride on our customized Heritage here. We're gonna get her thoughts.
It feels so soft, like.
This is the better motorcycle.
It's like soft, smooth, quiet.
How does it compare to your Heritage?
Compared to my Heritage, it's better.
Yeah,
It's more about it? It's more soft, it's smooth, it's quiet. My bike is really loud, so.
Do you want this bike to be louder?
Yeah.
Okay. But the better suspension, how's the engine?
It's good. It's good. It runs super smooth. It's like, it's fast. I like it.
Anything else you change on it besides the exhaust?
No. More chrome. More chrome.
How about
yeah.
the bars? Were the bars a good height?
The bars are good, yeah. What size are these? 16. Oh yeah, they're like mine. They're good. Just more chrome.
Does it fit the profile, the Vicla profile?
It does. It just needs a bigger wheel too.
Okay, like a
bigger
21
wheel.
inch?
Yeah, 21 inch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think the Heritage is a great option that a lot of people maybe overlook because of the popularity of the Lowrider ST. You can get the engine in both chrome or black. So you got options there. This is the billiard gray, so this is the base color in the 24 model year. Great color, by the way. Overall, I think the Heritage is just one of those bikes that I think it's a if you know bike. Like, a lot of people out there who buy this bike love them, but a lot of people don't always look at it or overlook it. And so I think my recommendation to you guys is, if you're looking for a mid-size Softail that is touring capable, you should take a hard look at the Softail Heritage. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you're looking for a new or used Harley-Davidson in Southern California, make sure you check us out here at Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson, where we have no added dealer markup, no prep fees, none of that dealer BS. We'd love to help you out. And thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Later.